Hi, it's Mary, Queen MLB. Talk to me Tuesday on Tuesday, May 11, 2021. To show you what I've been up to this week, my 8-track. And shown you this border. It goes here. Now I've added this completely thrilling border that needs pressing, and then this one. This is the same border as this, except it's narrower. It does line up, and the cornerstones are smaller. So, and this border continues through here. So it is, I'm happy with it. And it's getting big. Really big. So, there's one more border. It's different. And the outside of the next border is white, and there's going to have a black binding on it. And then it's going to be 60 by 60 inches, give or take. I think it's 60 inches before the binding. And can't wait to get it quilted and up on my wall in my dining room. Of course, my dining room's not ready, but the wall will look good. So, next I did do 2 more blocks on my Year of Doom. This is Stephen King. It says, books are uniquely portable magic. And I can't fit all the books I've read of his onto 3 bookcases, so that's just all he gets there. Then this is Wrinkle in Time. Once I put the name up here, I had nothing to put on the books, so they're just books. Stonehenge, Turnpack scraps, and they might stay blank. If I find something to put on there, I might put words on them. We'll see. Then, the Block Base Plus has their introduction lessons, and it's like 2-3 weeks between. I don't know what the schedule is for these, but we just finished Block 4. So the instructions started with make the blocks any size you want. So this is my Block 4. It's 11 inches. I now have a 9-inch, a 10-inch, an 11-inch, and a 12-inch finished. And I'm going to figure out how to get them into a quilt when we're finished. But anyway, this is a flower, by the way, and this is supposed to be green, and this is flower colors, and I'm sticking with my fabrics. Anybody who's curious about Block Base Plus and doesn't know if you need it, besides the 4,000 additional blocks really didn't interest me because, I can make blocks. If I find a block I like, I can make it. But if you want to know what it's about and what this new program can do before you spend money, go to the EQ blog, look for these Block Base Plus little tutorials, and each one walks you through a different thing that it does. So you don't have to make the blocks or anything like that, or you can practice on a block you have in EQ or make your own block or whatever you want to if you want to. But I think I might be the only, I don't know who's sewing these out. I think designers sometimes just design and don't sew. I don't know these things, but if you do want to see, take a look, and it'll show you how easy it is to work with the blocks in Block Base and see if that's something you think you need. While we had this block out, we were printing, and she said, now print it big, and you're going to see how many pages it takes, and then now print it at 1 inch. So when you print it at 1 inch and then fit as many as you can on a page, you end up with 100 of these on a page, unless you do like I do and you have legal length paper in there, because that's what my trash paper is right now, and some of them I don't know where they went, but anyway, this is how many I got. So I have 100 1-inch quilt blocks on pink paper. So anybody who gets something from me is getting a pink flower sticker. Bethlehem Star. Remember, I was doing this one to test the wedding quilt before I get crazy with that, which I started doing this week. So this one, instead of a 36-inch Bethlehem Star, has an 18-inch, and then this is my first border, which I tested for my wedding quilt, and this is all of the design I had so far. Well, it turns out this is now, I think, 27 inches. It turns out that I don't need this to test anymore because my additional borders are repeats of these blocks and some things that I know don't need testing. So this thing has done its job, and I have decided to put one more border on it, make it a 32-inch wall hanging, and this is the border I want. Now, this was a fat quarter bundle, 10 fat quarters that I got a long time ago, and I'm now struggling because you see this next border I'm putting on here? It's a mitered border, 3 inches, but I want this fabric to match this, and I want this fabric to match this, because what I was doing before was just making sure I had enough, that a fat quarter was enough fabric to make each border, and it was just adding on to it. Well, now I need to kind of pull it back together so it doesn't look too random, and I'm looking for this fabric and this fabric. Aren't those pretty? So I did email Pineapple where I got the fabric. There wasn't even any salvage on this. I'm pretty sure it's an Andover, but I'm pretty sure both of these are Andover. It's a bonus fat quarter, which is 22 by 22 inches. 10 fabrics that they put together. So I'm going to see if they can identify it for me so that I don't see it on their website. We'll see if I can find some more of that and get that thing finished. Then the wedding quilt. I did finish designing the wedding quilt 100 times. And this is my final one. So this is what I tested, the Bethlehem star in the middle, and this first border is what I just showed you. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this border and this border in there. It's only three fabrics. I finished the whole thing in 3 fabrics. And then this border is going to be easy. So you see this house shape? It gets narrower and then it gets taller. So, and then the diamonds just kind of keep going. Anyway, I like it. This border, I just thought it was time for a break. Kind of like I did on my 8-track. I got to a point where I need a different border in here. So anyway, this is 100 by 100, which I'm hoping is a queen size bed. I typically make my queen sizes about 96 by 108. So if 100 by 100 is not going to be a good queen size wedding quilt gift, somebody let me know before I get too far on this. Anyway, let me show you my fabrics. They came in and are coming together so nicely. The center star and all the diamonds are going to be this fabric. All the houses are going to be this fabric. All the triangles are going to be this fabric, and then they just play well together. So this is the first ring around that center star. Here's my center star. Isn't that pretty? So I have this one, this row will have 8 of these, and I have 6.5 of them finished. So I am very, very happy with this. So we'll see how that goes. And finally, the mug rug. The mug rug got out of control. It got too big. It was like bigger than a placemat, not big enough to be a wall hanging. It was just kind of going crazy. So I reined it in back to mug rug size, and then I had to put my Moda Color of the Year on it. I don't know how big this border is going to be, so I'm going to quilt it and then decide if I'm going to cut it down to something little, or if I'm going to leave it medium size or leave it this size. I don't know. But here's what I have. It is, I showed you the tea kettle. That's from EQ8. I showed you the tea cup from EQ8. Here are the tea bags. They're also from EQ8. They're applique. I am scared to death of free motion quilting. I am not a fan of the satin stitch. It and I have never gotten along, but I satin stitched and did these freehand on my sewing machine. They turned out okay. And then rather than add another piece of applique on there to make the top of the bag, I just ran my stitching through like that. And I think that works. And then there's my quote. It says, happiness is sharing a cup of coffee with a friend, of tea with a friend. So that's my mug rug. Now, I'm not finished. I have to quilt it first, and then I'm going to give it its attachment. So stay tuned for that. I am very happy with how that turned out. These are all these are all from except for this, which is from a Grid Girls quilt along. These are a Stonehenge charm pack. All of these. And I got that when Stonehenge first came out with charm packs. Been a few years. Been a few decades. Anyway, I don't even know how old that fabric is. It's nice to be putting it to use though. So anyway, I am happy with the mug rug. I did finish my study of quilt borders in April, and I feel like I have a new perspective on quilt borders, and I've moved on to crazy quiltness. This guy is the one I'm studying this month, and it is it's an ugly quilt. It's not made to be quilted. It's made to teach all the different styles of quilting. So it's a beast, and I wouldn't enjoy piecing that, and it really wouldn't look good. And it doesn't help that I added all crazy fabric. So I mean, it just kind of went crazy. Anyway, having a whole fun time with that. Then we have a quilt shop that went out of business in December, and it's where I bought my long arm. She's a good friend of mine, and she was in the middle of a class yesterday morning, and she texted me and said, did I have time to make her a quilt block? So I said, sure. So she had a customer who wanted a paper-pieced angel quilt block that has been out of print forever. So she sent me a picture of the block that she wants to make all over her quilt. And it's a beautiful Christmas angel. So I stopped and did that, and that was like a fun little challenge that took a few minutes. And so that was fun. I have to say I am enjoying all of my projects right now. And then on the Year of Doom, I have finished 21 blocks, and the ones I have left, I'm waiting for posts from Phantom and Stitches. They're coming out with blocks for all of the remaining blocks on my bookshelf. So unless I need to fill in with something, I'm going to be laying low on that till the ones I want come out, and I might enter the design invitational. We'll see. I have to look at what's there and see if I've got any different ideas or not. Anyway, that's all I'm doing. Love to see what you're doing. Bye.